Hey, everybody, this is Ruben with 5 Minute Warning. When I decided that I wanted to make a podcast of my own, I found Anchor. Let me tell you, Anchor is free. Free, Free. That's what I'm talking about. There are tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right on your phone or your computer. You know what? Anchor sends my podcast out to me to Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, so I ain't got to do it. Also, you can make money. I repeat, you can make money from your podcast. It's everything you need to make in a podcast all in one spot. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey, look, that's what I did. 5 Minute Warner, almost 100 episodes in. Get Anchor.
The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5 Minute Warning.
Here's the thing. Like, I read the headline, but clearly my mind was like, breastfeeding on a plane. Somehow I completely forgot about the cat. Like, I didn't see the word cat. That's when I realized, like, my mom was looking at it. I was like, why is this an article? Oh, she's breastfeeding on a plane. Yeah, that's kind of messed up, but I understand. You know, some people feel differently about that. But then I kept reading. I was like, what? And then I went back up and read. And I was like, cat. Oh.
I feel like it'd be culturally irresponsible for me to comment on white people shit. So I just ain't got nothing to say. Like, I don't. Yo, well, did you just break out a retractable back scratcher? How you gonna break out a retractable back scratcher and do that shit casual? Like, ain't nobody gonna comment on that.
Where'd you get that from? Because I want one.
Look, man, let me say something about this.
Why you pull that out like it was some Go-Go-Gadget shit?
Go-Go-Gadget back scratcher.
This right here, my wife has given me many things, all of them good. This is the best thing she has ever given me with clothes on. I promise you.
Oh, gosh.
With clothes on.
Yes, sir.
I like how you had to specify.
Yeah, I had to, man, because I don't want people thinking that, yeah, my wife brings it. I'm just saying. This back scratcher, yo.
Show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
What's up, everyone out there in the internet world? Is another episode of the 5 Minute Warning. Yes, I am Ruben Brown. This is a podcast that I helped put together. Don't ask me, it's kind of crazy, but I couldn't do this by myself. I brought two people that I know would be awesome at it. My boy AG on the ones and twos.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
And my boy with Christmas lights in the background, Mo B.
What's up, man?
What's up with the... I mean, what's up with that behind you, man?
It's Christmas.
I mean, it's a bookshelf, and
when did the bookshelf get there? That's new.
I mean, the bookshelf's not new. It just got moved there.
It just, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't got the big thing in the
back.
back.
Mean, damn, why you make it seem like, damn, nigga, you read? Like,
okay, I just got the introduction. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that because it makes it easy for me.
I mean, I'm just making sure. I'm glad you read.
Yeah, there's a bookshelf and there are books in there. Some of them got, big words in it too. A couple of them ain't even got pictures.
Wow. I mean, you mean you don't have no pop-ups in there, man?
I mean, I might have one or two of them.
I mean, I just think that it's interesting that of one of the things, like you're rocking your Raider gear today, which is interesting.
Is that different either? Like,
why is that? They won Thursday.
And not only that, I used to have a Raiders picture back there. And the Raiders have had Raider blankets. Like, what?
Exactly, but I'm shocked that I don't see any Georgia stuff back there.
Well, he can choose because Georgia's still number one, aren't they?
I mean, yeah. I'm just.
I mean, by the way, Moby, look, man, help me understand this. Why do people talk about Derek Carr like he ain't nothing when what he did yesterday and what he's done this year, not yesterday, but Thursday, and what he's done all year long is what he's been doing since they started talking about him. They really started talking about him after he broke his leg. Help me understand how come he went from all-world to mediocre, maybe getting traded, to now back to all-world status. When he never really didn't play well, he was definitely hindered by his entire team. So help me understand that. Am I missing something?
John Gruden.
They Grudened him.
Well, okay. All right. Because they was talking about him like a dog before Gruden got there too. And I didn't understand it.
I mean, I don't know if they were talking about him that aggressively before Gruden got there, because before it was like, we don't know if he's a guy, but the team sucks, so can't really judge him. And then Gruden got there and decided that, he didn't like him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, because I like I said, man, it's just like I watched the dude Thursday play really well, and I'm sitting here going, I talked to Lauren about this. I was like, I don't know where in the world all that foolishness came from, because what I saw Thursday was not new at all.
Look, man, John Gruden once said that Johnny Manziel was one of the most impressive football players he had ever seen. Yep. In the quarterback camp. And that dude has given Nathan Peterman a job 2 years in a row, who is statistically probably the worst quarterback to ever play football. And I mean, so that really tells you all you need to know about John Gruden. The man does not know shit about quarterbacks. He's probably my opinion, he's the most overrated football coach in the history of NFL. Wow. In the history of the NFL.
That's not the first time you said it. You say it often. You say it actually as many times
and
as you can.
I said it before we found out that he was saying all that racist, sexist shit. So I mean, my opinions of John Gruden haven't changed as a football coach. I mean, I always thought he was a terrible football coach, or at least an overrated football coach. Now I just know, he probably says nigga and bitch and hoe a few times. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, now I just know his personal life matches what I feel about him, professionally.
Do we even need to have a show? We could just let Moby go off, man. This has been good, man. I mean, but like I said before, I didn't necessarily appreciate how they treated him. But I think
a lot of it had to do with his brother too. I mean, because I think his brother gets a bad rep, based on how his career went with the Texans when he was pretty much getting assaulted every Sunday.
Well, that's all I was saying. He got beat up the whole time. And then he went to the Giants as a backup, and I'm like, that's not. Like I said, man, I just thought it was unfair because this dude was a broken leg away from MVP, or at least coming in second place or third place. And then after that, the team as a whole sucked. And it was just like, so everything that's happened after the fact that should be a GM's fault is his fault? I'm not saying he make any bad plays. I'm not saying any of that. But I just didn't understand how you go from MVP candidate to you going to be traded, you ain't nothing. I don't get that. And so I had to ask you because I feel like you're probably a better evaluation of talent. And after I saw what I saw, and that's every game up until Thursday, I shook my head. I don't even really get what people are talking about. This dude is all world. I'm like, what else do you want?
I have never said anything negative about Carr. I mean,
I know you haven't, so I figured you'd give me.
I've always felt like he just didn't have no weapons, and I still feel like that. I still feel like he's out there with mediocre weapons at best.
Well, I tell you what,
looking great.
If Darren Waller doesn't come back if that knee injury is bad, he's in trouble. Oakland's
That's the only thing Gruden has ever done well. And you know what? That probably was some borderline racist shit too, because Gruden signed Darren Waller because he saw him on the Ravens practice squad and was like, that's the most physically impressive looking guy he's ever seen. I want to give that guy a chance. So basically, he was slave trading.
Oh man, it is so complicated with that dude. Oh my God. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And he can't prove it. He can't prove it either, because once you're a racist, man, every time you say something about black people, just saying.
So one good thing did come out of that, other than Gruden getting fired. 2 weeks later, they got rid of Peterman. So
it wasn't 2 weeks later, Ruben. Your time is off. They released Peterman 2 days after.
my bad. I had my 2 wrong.
They
I
couldn't
had my
wait.
2 wrong.
They couldn't wait. They was like, yo, get this terrible quarterback. Get this prime example of white privilege off of our roster.
Oh man,
Nathan Peterman's probably a great guy too. He just was an awful NFL quarterback, and that ain't saying nothing, man. There's a lot of people who can't play NFL quarterback. Not Disney. He was an alright college quarterback, probably the worst NFL quarterback ever.
Ever? That's a big word.
I mean, statistically,
wow,
it is. So, wow, man, this show is starting off with some craziness. Like, this board over here is real interesting, I will say, because first of all, the show starts at 9 o'clock.
How Ruben run the show where he late?
and we went on at 9 o'clock. Maybe your stuff is wrong. Number one. Number two, Ruben ain't hating on nobody. I was just wondering why the background changed from some darkness to a whole bunch of bright lights in the background. I was just questioning about that.
Why these people coming for you, man?
I don't know, man. And then furthermore, Moco Cowboy, you need to get your clock straight too, because I don't know why you jumping on the dude whose CPT time started like an hour and a half late. His CPT is worse than real CPT. So I think y'all need to get it together, because we start at 9 o'clock on the dot. Now, just because your computer doesn't cut on, it takes 20 minutes to cut on and connect to Twitch. That is on you. That ain't on me, buddy. So I need for you to get yourself together. It is not haterade, Dre. It's telling the truth.
You just take the bait with the best of them. Man.
I do.
God damn.
Haters, man. Haters.
The haterade is strong in this one.
I mean, y'all still watching.
Oh, God.
Jesus, man. I'm up here. I'm having a nice day. And furthermore, I had a great Thanksgiving, because you know what? The Cowboys lost. Thank you, Raiders. So I had a great Thanksgiving.
So your Thanksgiving was dictated based on if a team that you don't like lost?
Yes.
No, it just helped. The food was good too.
but that was what you led with, though. Like, you led with that. That was your front page. Your front page it had nothing to do with family, nothing to do with food. It was the Cowboys lost.
Well, because I assume everybody understand that Thanksgiving and food. I mean, if the food was terrible, I would have came out and said, well, the food was bad, but the Cowboys made my night better. But I'm
actually not sure that you would have said that. I think you would have been the Cowboys lost, so it was all right. Too bad the food sucked.
Nah, because I would have made it worse. Nah, the food was great. Everything was awesome.
So wait a minute. So the Cowboys winning would have messed your Thanksgiving up?
It wouldn't have messed it up. It would just been like, man, these suckers lost again. I mean, suckers won. Who cares? But, just the fact that I had to hear about, I almost had to hear about how the Cowboys rule Thanksgiving. Yeah, y'all rule sucking on Thanksgiving. So, I mean, that's what it is, bro. But we're not talking about that right now. And furthermore, I mean, I need Christmas lights in the background. No, I don't.
You need something. You're a Grinch, man. You're just a freaking Grinch.
I mean, but we already know that. We already know that Christmas isn't like the greatest holiday that I love. So it's whatever. And furthermore, I don't drink red Kool-Aid. I drink lemonade, sir. So get it together. Now that the peanut gallery is done, let's start this show out proper. What are you looking at, Moby? You got something to say?
Start the show out proper. We like 12 minutes in. And
I mean, well, we had to listen to y'all talk about the Raiders and Cobb, and what's his David Carr, which I didn't even jump in there.
David?
Not whatever, whichever car it is. I mean, I don't know which one. David, Booty, I don't know. But we talked about that, and that's so cool. I mean, you 12 minutes late, Moco Cowboy, because it is what it is. But I'm not dealing with you right now. So, now let's...
I'm not dealing with you right now after I've responded to all of y'all's comments.
Exactly. I'm done with that.
Now I'm going to say I'm above this.
I am. Yes. I'm gonna shoot first, then You know what? It was
Bruh.
self-defense. I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse got away with it. Why can't I?
Well, that's a whole nother podcast. So
Yeah.
just saying. You might want to move on from that one.
I mean, I'm trying to.
No, you're not.
I'm really trying to.
No, you're not.
So, I mean, we got a crazy episode right now. So let's start with some crazy world stuff. You know, first of all, I'd like to thank AG for this article, because this yo, look, man.
Look, man. Oh my God. I was running around talking about some meow.
I was weak, man. So first of all, man. So like first, the article is about a woman breastfeeding on a Delta airplane flight, and it's like, I mean, you know, everybody can go in their own personal opinions about how they feel about breastfeeding and all that in public. And that's what it is. But it's really not about the breastfeeding part until you realize that she's breastfeeding a cat. That's right,
Meow.
a cat, a meow, not a kid, a meow.
A feline.
So the first question is, I didn't think you could have animals up in that compartment with you.
Well, when the breed of the cat doesn't have hair and you have it swaddled, you might be able to get away with it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's right, KB Yako.
John Floor.
Yep. And I would like to quote AG's wife and what she said about that.
Please do. Come on, somebody say it.
That's some white people shit.
And the reason why that's so funny is because she's white.
She said it, and she's white, and she said it. I didn't have to say it, but I mean, she ain't wrong. Because first of all, like some people feel differently about breastfeeding in public anyway. So that's one thing. And then like on a plane flight, I mean, that's another thing, because it's not like you can't walk away from it. But then you find out it's a damn cat. I mean, what? I mean, First of all, we have a cat that drinks breast milk, human breast milk. Does anybody else see anything a problem with that?
Well, I think the cat wasn't enjoying any of this.
I mean, the cat didn't stop.
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, clearly that's not the first time they breastfeed.
Absolutely not.
Breastfeed her cat.
Absolutely not.
So clearly the cat likes the milk.
I'm just looking at Moby going, is this over yet?
I mean, Mo B, come on, man. Speak on it, man.
I mean, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know.
You
Say
can't come
something.
behind that. Once you read the headline, there's no one that can come behind it. No one.
Here's the thing. Like, I read the headline, but clearly my mind was like, breastfeeding on a plane. Somehow I completely forgot about the cat. Like, I didn't see the word cat. That's when I realized, like, my mom was looking at it. I was like, why is this an article? Oh, she's breastfeeding on a plane. Yeah, that's kind of messed up, but I understand. You know, some people feel differently about that. But then I kept reading. I was like, what? And then I went back up and read. And I was like, cat. Oh.
I feel like it'd be culturally irresponsible for me to comment on white people shit. So I just ain't got nothing to say. Like, I don't. Yo,
Well,
did you just break out a retractable back scratcher? How you gonna break out a retractable back scratcher and do that shit casual? Like, ain't nobody gonna comment on that.
Where'd you get that from? Because I want one.
Look, man, let me say something about this. Before we
Why
get
you
back.
pull that out like it was some Go-Go-Gadget shit?
Go-Go-Gadget back scratcher.
This right here, my wife has given me many things, all of them good. This is the best thing she has ever given me with clothes on. I promise you.
Oh, gosh.
With clothes on.
Yes, sir.
I like how you had to specify.
Yeah, I had to, man, because I don't want people thinking that, yeah, my wife brings it. I'm just saying. This back scratcher, yo.
Where'd she get it from?
I don't
need
know.
one.
I mean, you can get them anywhere. Actually, she bought me
Clearly not,
one
'cause
for.
that's the first time I've ever seen anything
You've
like
never
that.
seen a back scratcher or a retractable? Come on, man.
Moby,
Really?
have you seen that before?
I mean, no, I don't think I've seen a retractable back scratcher. But I mean, I knew they existed, but I was just commenting on the fact that he pulled it out casual
went,
and
whoop.
used it
Hey, man.
like he wasn't on camera. Like, it is whatever.
Hey, it is what it is, baby. I had an itch. I thought the itch would go away, but it didn't. So guess what?
So, all right, let's go back to this article about the stupid cat. And basically,
Do we have to? I heard that.
I mean, I'm just saying, what up? Like, you're just trying to beat this horse story to death again, man. Like,
It's a horror story.
it was a lady breastfeeding the cat. Shit's crazy.
Next.
All right, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know how much more we can infer or elaborate upon this.
Told you,
Well,
it sells itself, man.
I just really need to say one more thing.
Okay.
So the airline's policy says Delta fully supports women's right to breastfeed on board Delta and Delta Connection aircraft and in Delta facilities. Breast pumps are allowed on board. That's what the policy says. I mean, but then the question is, does it mean that you can do that with a cat?
Oh, you didn't
Which
specify.
Nobody really specified.
Hey, it's fine.
However,
And you know these motherfuckers ain't trying to get on Peter bad side. Because she trying to save a cat life apparently. So
He's trying to case. How you saving a cat's life when you can just feed it food, man?
man, I don't know, man.
I mean, she's got the life-giving milk.
Hey, man. As far as
It is
what
what
the
it is.
as far as what the bylaws say, Lincoln Riley should be your lesson. If you don't ask the right thing, if you don't put the right thing in the law, well, there's a loophole there. If you don't put cats and dogs and animals, and you don't put human infants at a certain age, then you're opening yourself up. Just saying.
Yeah, but on a completely different note, which I found more interesting than the actual story, it goes on and talks about how airlines ban so-called emotional support animals. Now, the difference between an emotional support animal and a trained service animal is that a trained service animal, has like the garb on, like it's got clothes on and shit that say service animal. And they do things like if you're a diabetic and it can smell when your sugar gets too high, or if you pass out, or if you're blind, it helps you walk so you don't run into stuff, However, there are these things called emotional support animals that people who have issues dealing with whatever's going on in their life, they have a little animal, whether it's a cat or a little puppy or whatever. And so airlines have banned that. Like, you can't take an emotional support animal on a plane. But if it's a service animal, you could take a service animal because, I guess they say you need that kind of to do things. Whereas they're saying, like, you don't need an emotional support animal to fly. Even though probably some people do. But I found that to be interesting. But, of course, some people described the ban as barbaric. And I'm just like, I think if you're flying, if you have a emotional support animal and you're flying, you probably shouldn't be flying. You should just drive wherever you gotta go. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. But it goes back to the point where it's why the cat was up there with the woman, which they never explain. So, yeah, breastfeeding cats. All right, keep moving. I'm telling you, man, we bring up the crazy. Also, a good thing, Fayetteville University. Hey, man, school's cheap, $500 a semester. They had a state grant. The state gave them money, $64 million. It applies to all the tuition. So basically, if you live in the state of North Carolina, and you go to Fayetteville State, you will pay $500 per semester. And if you live out of the state, then it's only $2,500 a semester, which still is awesome, So I think for once that I can honestly say that North Carolina is doing something positive for education, because I think that's kind of cool that basically you've just basically made it as affordable other than free to go get an education, whether you live in North Carolina or not. And I think that's an awesome thing. Gentlemen, any comments?
Well, actually, the first time I heard about this was Elizabeth City State did this about 5 years ago. They started this whole thing. I think the article mentioned something about that. And at first I was sitting there going, man, That's cheaper than community college. I just was wondering if it was legit, and sure enough, the next semester. So yeah, if you are a resident of North Carolina, and you live near these colleges or whatever, you can commute or whatever. Because I don't think that price includes like housing, does it? I think it's just tuition, right?
It's just going to school.
Right, that's what I thought. But if you live near any one of those and you just want to get, an education, you want to get that paper, then yeah, it's a good thing. I don't know if it will last. I know it'll work, but
get it while you can, bro.
Yeah, because we don't know if this is going to last. Because a whole lot of Black and brown people getting affordable education, people gonna come bring that to a halt. So we'll see. But
Moby,
I mean, what AG said, like, take advantage of it.
And the cool thing is, you don't have to be Black and brown to do it. So, I think that's a good thing. That is a good push, for education as a whole. Hopefully other states will do the same with their money and stuff like that. And then they said that $63 million will go to a new college or education building. $40 million will be used to build a new residence hall, and another $10 million will go toward a new parking deck. So that's awesome. Last week, LeBron, who got suspended on Monday, got suspended on Sunday, missed Tuesday, came back on Thursday, I believe, Wednesday, and he played, and so he got a couple tossed out of a game because they said something, they crossed the line, basically. Now, he didn't say what they said. However, from people around the people who got kicked out, they apparently said some things about his child, basically saying like, I wish Bronny would die or get hit by a bus or some craziness like that. And I guess they're trying to say that as he was shooting. So, or maybe shoot a free throw or something like that. So it really just messed up, his focus. But he got him kicked out the game, man. AG, what do you think?
Well, I think as much as the audience has a right to apparently nowadays do and say anything they want to do and say, because they paid for their ticket to do so, I think some players, coaches, teams, organizations should have the power to say, well, you can do anything you want to do, and I can respond. And that's what I'm going to do. And you have a nice night, and your season passes are revoked if they want to do that. So again, it's kind of what my ethos is on this show. A lot of times, people act like they can be nasty and hateful, and no one gets to respond. That's a very stupid way to be, because of course somebody can respond. Now, if somebody kills you, I don't agree with killing you, but I kind of understand. You say something to somebody or you shoot somebody and then you mad because they shot back? Oh, that's awful. Come on, y'all. You do better than that. So if you said something about somebody's child dying and they called you out and this player has the power, because I don't know if every player has the power to do that. But if this particular player has the power enough to get you kicked out and maybe have your season passes revoked, then sounds fair to me. You got to say whatever you wanted to say, and he got to respond. Now, a lot of people are like, LeBron is a punk. Why you let that stuff get under your skin? And the lady leaving was like giving the the whiny thing as she was leaving, and I'm like, okay. But to take away any power that the player or the organization has to respond to stuff like that, I just think that's naive and just like self-centered. Because, man, it's like when you do stuff, expect someone to respond, whatever that response might be, right or wrong, because you're the one that started this. Now, she was down at, that couple was there watching the game, minding their business with the standard yay, boo, whatever. Then we ain't even talk about this. But she felt like, that couple felt like they wanted to be extra. So LeBron was extra. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, and it wasn't in LA, it was in Indiana.
Right, I know where it was, which makes me feel like, yeah, I have my feelings about Indiana.
And here's the thing, clearly she did it, not just because of her face, But the dude who was with her was pointing at her. He was like, it's her. He was like, man, I want no parts of this. I'm just with her. Which, I mean, if you together, then you need to start reconsidering some thought processes. But if you choose. But yeah, man, I mean, clearly it was her punk ass, and then she made the little, oh, you can't handle a joke face. And it's like, I mean, if you said somebody's kid dying, I mean, it's time for you to kick rocks.
Well, like I said,
that's my opinion.
As long as she got her money's worth by being able to say that, I feel like LeBron, hey, I'm LeBron James. I have the power to do some stuff a lot of players don't that find themselves in the same situation. So you have a nice day. You can call LeBron anything you want to, but some things people say, man, it's like, yo, you gotta go. Some things you do, it's like, yo, you gotta go. I'm not a proponent of capital punishment, but some things people do is like, okay, somebody flip that switch, clackety clack. I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but I ain't mad either. So it's just like some things you do, understand that somebody gonna respond. That's all. If they don't respond, then okay, but just understand somebody gonna respond one day.
No, I mean, I think fans for a long time have got a bit out of line and out of pocket with some of the stuff they say. And you can say what you want. I hate that whole, I paid for my ticket, I can say whatever I want, because that's not how shit works, man. You paid for your ticket, so sit your ass down and enjoy the show. You paid to see him, not the other way around. You don't have to take your shit. And you're right, LeBron has a little bit of power that other people don't have. So maybe other people wouldn't have been able to flex like this, but he can. So I ain't mad at him for doing it.
I mean, he stopped the game. It was like, yo, I need these people out of here. He talked to a couple people and they was just like, all right, it's time for y'all to go. I was like, dang, it's like that. Go ahead, LeBron. I mean,
and the real flexing is like you said. The real flexing, like you said, Ruben. The real flexing is he did this, and he wasn't in L.A.
Yeah,
he did this in somebody else's spot.
Yep.
So,
and the cool thing about it, the most about it was, he didn't even say what they say. Like, he would not even give their words like a presence out of his mouth. And I thought that was kind of dope. I mean, because he never said why he got him kicked out. Other people was like, well, yeah, they said this and this. And like I said, the dude that was with her, if you watch it, as she's making her little punk ass sad face, oh, you can't handle a joke, whatever. He's like, yo, it was her. That shit was me. Don't do that. Don't put this on me. So, I mean, you know what? He got fined $15,000 for making a gesture, but you know what? He can afford it. It ain't right, but he can afford it. I mean, I guess he knew once he did that he was getting fined. Was it right? No, but he knew he was getting fined. She said she didn't think she would get put up out the paint, and she did. Well, it's what it is. It's what it is. And the last topic I want to talk about today is a black student athlete transferred out of a New York City prep school to public school. So he plays baseball at the prep school, and apparently he's already got a scholarship. He's 16. He's got a scholarship. He's good to go. And the assistant AD, Dre, I love this one. The assistant AD asked him about, question about decision on why he wanted to do track and field as well as baseball. And he was just like, yeah, he's like, why? The dude came asked why he was doing track. And he was like, well, it never hurts to gain speed. And then the administrator replied, oh, you gained that speed for running from the police. And I was like, wow, really? That's what we're doing? I mean, and the kid was like, well, I got my scholarship to college. I don't really need to be here. I'm out this month. And him and his mom transferred him out. So, first of all, I'd like to say, big up on that brother, man. Because I think a lot of people feel like they had, well, it's true. Some people feel like they have power when they or they abuse their power. I'll put it like that. They abuse their power, and just because they think they can do and say they want, there's no repercussions. Well, for that guy, there probably is going to be some repercussions, but for that kid, they ain't. His repercussions are like, bruh, I'm going to college. I'm gonna do my 4, and I might play baseball for my career. And I don't need this stupid prep school anymore because I'm good to go. I'm out. Whereas a lot of people he probably said some dumb stuff like that too, probably couldn't do that. So I appreciate that dude knowing his power and used his power and got himself out of a situation where, I don't need to be here anymore. Thanks, I'm out. So yeah, as far as that assistant AD, he did resign. AKA, we either going to fire you or you can resign, because I can't imagine it going any other way than that. So they let him resign, which I think is a whole bunch of BS. But
he'll have another job in a year somewhere else.
Yeah, So yeah, Moby, you're the sports guy in here. You play sports and stuff like that. So, like, how would you feel if some adult of power came and said some crazy shit like that to you?
When I was that age, I probably wouldn't have handled it as responsibly as he did. But yeah, I mean, that shit happens everywhere. That's not just in high school; it happens at college too. Which is why all these transfer rules have some of these old coaches all up in arms, because they can't say and flex on kids like that no more, because people can leave. And I mean, I appreciate the fact that this student and his mom left. And I mean, even the story said that this wasn't the first time that they had said something that he had to go to him before. So I mean, this wasn't a knee-jerk reaction. This was a kid being smart enough to be like, I don't need this and I'm out. There's nothing this school is doing for me. I mean, I know, unfortunately, in certain areas, to get a quality education, people feel the need to send their kids to privatized schools. Well, I mean, this privatized school wasn't doing anything for him anymore. He's already got a college scholarship. He's good. So there's no reason for him to sit in this school and feel uncomfortable when the people who are supposed to be, the adults that are trying to help him mature into a young man are expressing that, this is how they feel about people of color. I mean, why be there?
Yeah. AG?
Nah, I ain't got nothing else to say besides what I just said about LeBron James. People say stuff and they're used to not being responded to. And I'm telling you, you can keep playing with people you want to. They're going to respond, and don't be mad. Now, he went all the way out of his way to say that. He asked a question, a legit question. The kid gave him a legit answer. And it's something that athletes have been doing forever. I'm going to run track to get that speed or keep my speed because I play football or baseball or something else. And then he going to come back with, you got that speed from running from the police? Yeah, police. I'm like, really?
Not the cops, but the police.
The police. So you felt like you had to go deep. I mean, not really dig deep, because that was on the surface to start with. But you felt like you had to say something that wasn't necessary for you to say. It didn't have anything to do with anything to make this man less than. Okay.
Well, at least try.
Well, yeah. I mean, in his mind, he probably did, but it's just like, really, man? So, like Moby said, the kid already he already locked in for 4 years. His future for the next 6 years or 5 years is secure. And it's just like, you really had to do that? But that's what we're doing. What I'm saying to you is, people are allowed to respond. They are. And when they do, don't get your feelings hurt. Just like this heifer in Congress. The GI squad. I'm like, y'all, you run around saying that in speeches? Yes. So one day, somebody going to respond. Don't get your feelings hurt. That's all I'm saying about it. This is the same situation. So that's what I got for that. All
right. So that's that's enough of crazy world today. Because trust me, I'm pretty sure we got some more crazy stuff to talk about before this show's over. But let's go to some rise and shine.
Yeah, man. This is gonna be really short. But and I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, but we did throw around the whole win some Sears thing.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about it.
Oh, we are? Okay, that's good. I just want people to understand, if you don't know what it is and you still feel gaslit, dog whistling. I'm sorry, it's not whistleblowing. Dog whistling is a real thing. Let me explain what dog whistling is, if you don't know. First of all, physically and by item, a dog whistle is a whistle that doesn't make any noise because the frequency is past 20,000 kilohertz. We can't hear past that, but dogs can. So when you blow it and dogs come and don't nobody else hear it, you already know what's up. Dog whistling in a virtual sense, political sense, racial sense especially, it's when somebody says something that only a certain group, or they think only a certain group will understand. So they can say something foul without being foul. And the thing that I want to bring up, and there's many dog whistles out there, but the thing I want to bring up that irritates me the most is let's move on. Now, Winston Sears said this, and I had to shake my head extra because black people saying let's move on about black racial issues is crazy, but it gets said a lot. Condoleezza Rice just said it 6 weeks ago. But somebody saying move on usually means that they don't want to deal with the crap that they've been dishing out. They tired of hearing about it, so they just like, why don't you just get over it? Let's move on. Well, you can't really move on from something when I can say you did it yesterday. When I say you just did it an hour ago. Open wounds, but the physics of it says open wounds can't heal if they keep staying open. So that's gaslight number one. You can't. What I'm trying to tell you in total is, when somebody tells you, why can't we move on? Especially when it's talking about race, because it happens in all sorts of ways, in all facets of life. They don't want to deal with the racism and the hurt that it's caused, and now the expression of that hurt, because they want to stay comfortable. They want the world to stay the way it is, or even go back to the way it was when it was really bad for black folks, for brown people, for yellow people, for red people, people of color, or however you want to put it. That is their way of not only gaslighting you, that is also their way of speaking to their base, that 47%, that 48%, 49% of the people that voted for Trump on a second time or a first time. That is their way of speaking to them in code without being shrouded with the racism thing. Just want you to recognize the fact that you are being gaslit. They are not talking to you. They are talking to someone else. But just so you're aware, so you can hear past 20,000 kilohertz. They think you can't. A lot of people can, but there are some people out there that can't. I'm just letting you know that frequency is available to you now. When you hear it, you're not crazy. This is happening to you in a very sort of kind of maybe covert way. So just so you know, people are trying to get you on the QT in plain sight. So that's all I want to say about that.
All right. Oh, another rise and shine. My brother, AG, teach us some stuff we need to know. Like to give a shout out to cousin CB in the house.
Where's CB?
Watching the show.
Oh,
he's watching on Facebook.
What's up, CB? I thought he
said
left
happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
He said
bro.
happy holidays. So shout out to him. So man, I mean, and we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later in another segment. So let's go ahead to the critically acclaimed segment that everybody knows and loves.
Come on, Moby. Come on, man.
I mean, it's time to go foreign affairs with Mo B.
Whoa! That wasn't on the agenda.
It really
It
wasn't.
was?
No, it wasn't.
wasn't?
I thought he doesn't. You know what? I want to do it. You want me? Let me do it.
Damn,
I'm
thought
just
it
saying.
was.
I got it. I was just fucking with you, but I know you didn't put it on.
You didn't put it on
agenda.
that.
That is my bus.
I mean, this stuff writes itself, though, man.
I know. That's what.
Because actually, after Moby's done, there is one that I forgot to send you that we got to talk about, man. Oh my God.
All right. Well, we're gonna do a surprise foreign affairs by Moby because I guess I didn't do something right.
I mean, it's all good, man.
All for the course.
This stuff writes itself, man. So let me see if I can see if I can get something for y'all real quick.
Well, if you want, go ahead, AG. With
Oh
your
no, I already got it. I'm just sending it to you.
Oh, you said it to me.
I didn't send it. I didn't send it to y'all.
There it is.
Oh, I mean,
So
I'm not gonna look at that. I'm up.
Yeah,
my goodness.
U.S. stops at Georgia, and I'm doing my part to try to make sure that you are aware that we need to do a better job keeping our border safe at Georgia. So, yeah. So
no matter how many times we hear that, it's
still
always funny.
You need to get those shirts made, man.
Here is the headline: A Milton man attacks another man after being caught humping the dog. I'm pregnant, Paul. I just wanted that to sit there.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Just wanted to sit there for a second.
I can't unsee that in my mind, man.
I just wanted y'all to marinate that was the headline. So in Santa Rosa County, Florida, a Milton man was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a weapon and damaging property. The man confronted Miller about humping their dog. And after accusing the man of humping their dog, Miller began to punch the victim in the head and the upper body. When the man found out that they had called the authorities, he began to destroy items in the garage and continued to assault the man. I don't really want to say nothing. I'm just saying, if you question why I'm saying we got to keep the people in Florida there, that's why I say you can go visit, but you got to keep the people there. So there's really nothing else to this story. The dude was humping the dog and then got upset with the dog's owner for accusing him of humping the dog.
But he got caught humping the dog, though. How can you be accused if the dude looking right at you?
And then I wonder, did the man go into the Shaggy defense? Did he say it wasn't me at first? Hey man, that could have been anybody having sex with your sexy ass dog.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute!
Oh my God!
Ooh, oh man, y'all got me crying tonight. Oh man.
So once again, man, we got to keep our border safe, man. So and then so that's the lighthearted one.
Oh, that's lighthearted?
That's the lighthearted one because I know you go, well, hey, that's not a serious enough thing to keep the people in Florida.
Getting caught humping a dog? Come on, man.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but if you like Ruben's like, F that dog. I don't like dogs no how. So I'm gonna go with a different story, just to double down on my reason why you gotta keep it there. So a Florida man has been charged with 1,000.
Hold up. Did you just say Florida man?
Yeah. It's a Florida man story.
That means it's already over.
Exactly.
Every Florida man, Florida woman. Yeah.
Yeah. If the story starts like that, you already know it's gonna be some outlandish, other country type shit.
Straight from VA Pet Magazine Beauty of the Week. Turn to page 43. Oh my God.
Once again, man, U.S. stops at Georgia.
Okay, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
So Florida man was charged with 1,200 counts of sexual assault and incest with a minor.
1,000?
1,200.
Man, dude,
I'm sorry.
dude was
I didn't mean to
putting in
forget
work.
the 200. My bad.
Yeah. So Robert Cota of Pensacola was charged with 600 counts of sexual assault on a victim between the ages of 12 and 18 and 600 counts of incest that allegedly took place over the last 6 years. Now, I know trying to make funny of a story about sexual assault of a minor and incest is a real big leap here. But I just thought it was funny that he was turned in by a priest after their history with kids.
Ironic. If I were Catholic, I'd be like, touche.
So this is how bad it is in that country of Florida. The priests are turning in the child molesters because they making them look bad.
Oh my God. I can't. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh, I can't do it anymore.
I quit.
I'm just saying, like, so you know, I'm not trying to make light of a victim because look, there's a victim here of sexual assault and incest because apparently he's related to this person. Which
1,200 times is a lot.
Yeah, and they didn't really go into details, which I'm glad. You know, but I just thought it was ironic that he was turned in by the priest.
The one heterosexual priest.
I mean,
I don't even know what to say.
I can't lift the irony right now.
Score one for the Catholic Church.
Hey,
I mean, and so then you have to think, was this priest jealous?
Wow.
How did the priest find out?
Bro, look, man, I didn't write the story.
Well, I would say if it's confession and he confessed to some of this, that's not protected under confession.
No, it's not.
So that could have been what problem is.
Technically, it's not.
Yeah, it's murder and stuff like this. They can't protect you under that.
So I mean, you know, I don't know why the priest turned him in. Glad he did, but then I'm wondering, did he confess after the 1200th time, or like was this the 1200th time the priest had heard it and he was like, "Look, man, I'm tired of hearing about your sexual escapades. You know, I ain't over here getting none. Why you want to come bragging? You know what?
Oh,
I got you."
Goodness. Oh my goodness. Ruben, what's wrong, man?
You know, he took it somewhere I never thought it would go.
But it was already there.
No, but that second part was I didn't even think about that.
Man, when you start,
I didn't even think about the priest was jealous. That's why he turned him in, because he's messed up his numbers.
Well,
he mad because he gets some, and the other, man, that's messed up.
But I don't know, man. I want to say, you know, maybe this priest was just like, nah, man, this is not right. But I just think the irony is just, I mean,
pretty heavy.
Catholic Church. The Catholic Church doesn't have the most pristine record with, you know, kids and sex.
No, they do not.
No, not even close.
Rounders comes up, so just saying.
Wow. All right.
I mean, essentially, this is almost the equivalent of somebody in the Ku Klux Klan calling the police about a lynching.
Wow. He's not wrong either. He's not wrong, man.
911, I like to
report a hate crime.
Yeah. I see these people drag this Negro down the road. Oh, no, I'm not one of them. No. Wow. All right.
Yeah, man. So look, man, we got to keep these borders safe. Like I said, you can go to South Beach, you can go to Disney, you can go enjoy the beaches. Leave Florida in Florida. It's not part of this country. Do not be having no illegal border crossings.
Illegal border.
U.S. stops at Georgia.
Wow.
And I guess part of Alabama and Mississippi.
Wow. Come on, man.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Mo B. Before we go back to AG, couple things. They don't say where the lady from the plane was from, KB Yako. They did say she was flying into Atlanta at the time that it happened.
It wasn't a connection from some place in the Northeast.
It was a connection from, give me a second, from Syracuse, New York, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So it was a connection flight going to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, that means she was going back home to Florida. Yeah, she's going back home to Florida.
See, I already put that together. I beat you
going back home to Florida, man.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is the week of something. All right. AG, you say you got something to top this, so go for it.
Yeah, man. I can't take credit for this because the credit goes to my wife, the executive producer. But she came up with this stuff because she was thinking about Mo B, and she started laughing. I said, "What you laughing at?" This dude from Florida, and I started shaking my head instantly. And then she was like, "This dude thought he was wanted by the FBI, no, the local authorities on drug charges." And so the day before his wedding, he left his bride at the altar, completely ghosted his other family. His entire life, just dropped it. And this dude has been living elsewhere for the last 20 years. He gets pulled over for something simple, and before the cop could run his plate and ID, he broke down and admitted what he had done. And then the cop was like, "Dude, no one was looking for you." He was completely innocent. Completely innocent. He just pissed away 20 years of his life. Just disenfranchised himself from his entire life, had to start over, had a kid with another woman, got married to some other woman. His previous fiance was freaking devastated. They thought he had died. He faked his own death, man.
Did they get a note from Congo?
Huh?
Did they get a note from Congo?
That was good.
From the Republic of Congo?
Yeah, no, right. No, he was in Florida. What'd you say there?
He wasn't innocent, but the police didn't know what he was doing.
Well, he wasn't, but he wasn't wanted for drug charges. He was slinging, but they weren't looking for him. I'm telling you, man, when I heard that, I was like, I have to tell him. What? That was crazy.
So this illegal immigrant came over from Florida.
Wow.
And has been living in our country for 20 years.
Illegally, by the way. Gonna build that wall?
U.S. border. We gotta get better, man. U.S. stops at Georgia, man.
And Moco Cowboy was his wife, Carol Baskins.
Oh my God.
Tiger King.
It's too bad that Ruben can't fully understand.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That joke.
Oh man.
I mean, I've heard enough about her from y'all.
Yeah, it's not the point, man. You've got to engage upon that white trash that saved the nation, man.
I'll see what I can do about that.
If you can watch the first episode of that and not be totally into it, more power to you, because there's no way you could watch that first episode and not be fully invested to keep watching it.
I would agree. Because as dumb as I thought it was, I couldn't look away.
That's usually how it works.
Because I just kept thinking, none of this shit can be true.
It is. It's all of it's absolutely true.
I'm Googling it and shit like this. That shit can't be true.
It is, though. Tell me, man, that lady got her arm bit off and she came back to work 2 days later.
Came back to work.
Talking about this.
And was happy about it.
She said, "This is my only family. I don't have anything else."
It's a flesh wound.
Well, I mean, I will say to the dude that was leading all this is in jail right now. He has a type, and any predator / pimp understands broken people, and everyone who worked for him was a broken person. So I'm just letting you know. I ain't gonna tell no more. I ain't gonna tell no more. But you gotta watch this, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, look like I'm gonna have to. Let me give another shout out on the Facebook, man. My man David Clark. I haven't talked to that dude in years. Shout out to David Clark. David Clark cannot get enough of the Florida stuff, man. He is losing his mind. He is losing his mind on the Florida stuff. Like he's even saying, "quote It all stems from Florida."
It really does.
He's got
there's a whole
laughing
website dedicated to it called Florida Man News, man. It's a whole movement. I don't do extensive research on this, man.
He just goes to the website. The first thing that comes up.
I'm just cherry picking. I'm just reading through the stories and figuring out which one's funniest to me.
So shout out to David Clark, man. Shout out to him and his family. I haven't heard from him in a minute.
Dre, we import goods from Florida all the time.
Just like we import goods from everywhere else.
University of Miami, import. I mean, so we all those athletes from Dade County, we import them in.
I mean, they got cards. So, all right. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to top this, but it's going to be awesome. I'm going to definitely try.
Man. It's not a competition.
Yeah, but I'm
because
winning.
Florida Man News wins. I got the easiest segment. I got the easiest segment.
All right. So, last week we didn't have an F that guy, but we got to F those people this week because it's just time, man. And I feel some sort of way, and I'm just over it. I think a couple days ago, I officially broke down mentally, and I'm just done. I'm done with politicians. Like, it annoys me to no end how they will say the most low-hanging fruit. And then just like, it's not even like they're trying to tell half the truth. They tell like most of the lies. Regardless, I mean, Democrat, Republican, however you choose, it doesn't matter, man. But yo, like, I watched this interview on CNN with our soon-to-be Lieutenant Governor Winston Sears, man. It started out real good. You know, she's the first woman and black woman to be elected to any Virginia, Commonwealth Virginia state office, ever, as far as one of the three majors. Like, so there's a lot to personally celebrate, you would think. And I said that for a reason. And it's just like, then she started talking. And she started talking about how she, kids can grow up and see someone like her work hard and get what I was like, okay, I'm rolling with this. And then she kept talking. She just shut up. And it was just like, it went from you being a possible role model to you like any right-wing lie that I could say. I think I'll say it like right now. And it's just like, it just killed me. It killed me to the point where I'm just like, it's one thing if you do this on Virginia TV, but yo, man, CNN is international, man. I need you to not be a complete international incident, And she's, like she said, how they talked about the vaccine, and she wouldn't say if she was vaccinated, whatever, okay. I'm not going to beat that dead horse. It is what it is. But then she's like, well, I don't want to force people to get the vaccine, because those who have received the COVID shouldn't really have to take the vaccine. And I'm like, what? Okay. That's not what science says, but okay. And then she talks more about, just, well, I don't want to force people to wear masks and stuff. And I'm just like, and I'm just like, and then when she does talk, when they do ask about her vaccination, she uses the statement, well, if I tell you that, then you want to know about my DNA. Man, nobody gives a crap about your DNA. Like, what? You from Jamaica. Like, you told us that. I don't need to know your XY chromosome stuff. I don't care about that. I mean, but apparently she feels like other people care about that.
They call it a slippery slope. That's what they call it.
I mean, yeah, or just stupid. But then the part that really got me was, I wrote it down. I need to make sure I read this correctly, because it's just like, when she said, well, she said something to the fact whereas she didn't understand why they were saying that the COVID vaccine was supposed to stop you from getting COVID. Nobody's ever said that. Vaccines don't stop you from getting stuff. Vaccines make it so if you do get it, you don't end up in the hospital. You don't be dying and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, like, why are you even force feeding this information on national television? It's bad enough that people can't tell if Virginia is either in the South or in the North. and they just think we have an identity crisis. But then you got to get up here acting dumb and just like saying all like the most stupid stuff. And then I like the fact where, you know, of course, everybody takes a shot at Biden. You know, they call him Brandon or something. I don't know. It's all dumb. And then what I don't understand is, the biggest thing I don't understand is nobody wants to take the vaccine. Hey, whose regime was the vaccine created under? What president? That would be President Trump. Yet they don't trust the vaccine. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, you know, Biden's people did not create the vaccine if you need to do it people. But it doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't make sense for you to keep saying that I don't trust the vaccine. I don't trust the vaccine. Yet you're a big proponent of Donald Trump. And the biggest thing he was talking about was, I want to make sure I get credit for it. I want to make sure I get credit for it. How about you give him credit for it, you just take the vaccine? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And just for her to get up there for like 15 minutes and talk about all this other stuff, including critical race theory, which I'm pretty sure Mo B is going to touch on, you know, because we've been talking about that quite a bit lately. And it's just like, I felt like she went on CNN and made us look however people think we're supposed to look, which is not positive. And I just feel like when it's all said and done, it makes me realize why I didn't vote for her. That's why I said it. And it's just, I'm just sick of people lying to us. Just tell us the truth and let us make our own decisions. But don't lie to us and make your lies truthful. Like, that doesn't make sense. Because all you're doing is confusing those who won't take the time to find out for themselves or educate themselves, or maybe just don't want to know or don't want to educate themselves. And I'm just like, that's not fair to them. And then you out here, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, like Geraldo said, you out here telling these people who are not vaccinated to fight to not be vaccinated or fight for not to be forced. Yep, you're working, and in order for you to work, you gotta get stabbed. So it's like, I mean, it don't make any sense to me. So, Winston Sears, I mean, you're the F that guy. And any other politician who comes out and starts saying lies, which is mostly all of you, on both sides, then all of y'all just F all y'all, because I'm just sick of the American people just getting killed believing something that's not true. And all because somebody wants to hold whatever office they want to hold. And when it's all said and done, she vaccinated. She is vaccinated. She's got to be vaccinated. Because she is running around here with no mask on like she like one of us. And if she's not vaccinated, then poo-poo for her, because you're messing up for everybody. So F her, F any other politicians. And if somebody got something to say about it, you know, they know where they can find me. Comments.
You said it. Nothing else to say.
All right.
Yeah.
Nobody got anything to say? No?
I mean, you can say a lot, but it's just like there's nothing else new to say. I mean, you said everything that you needed to say about her. The CNN interview just let me know that she is true to her word. So, yeah, there's not a lot to say there.
And you know what I'll say about that interview, if you don't know, like, Sears was interviewed by what's her name, Dana Bush on CNN, and all right, CNN has slowly started to actually become part of the problem, and it's not necessarily because they're doing anything wrong. It's because these logical, smart people can't turn off their emotion when they're interviewing these people. So they come off as emotional race baiters instead of just throwing out facts. Because to interview somebody and have her spewing out some of the falsehoods that she was saying and not pushing back with facts was even more annoying to hear than to actually listen to her say the inconsistencies.
And she did a couple times though. I'll give her credit for that. I mean, but she should have did a lot more.
No, what she came back with was what she said.
Yeah, exactly. She came back with emotional responses, reacting to what she had said, as opposed to calling out what she had said. Like when she's talking about McAuliffe pushed for CRT to be put in schools in 2015. Yeah, if CRT doesn't stand for critical race theory, because he was proposing that we had culturally responsible teaching, something different than critical race theory. Same acronym though, so shit, I guess you can use it. You know, at the beginning of it, she said we've elected 2 black presidents. I don't know where the second one came from. I mean,
I guess she said Obama twice, but
yeah, or maybe she's considering Kamala because she's an assistant. I mean, a vice president. Like, not the same thing.
No.
What else? I mean, she pointed out so many of the usual
Tulsa thing.
The usually Republican check marks. Yeah, she says if we're going to teach the Tulsa stuff, we need to teach the entire story. Like, what were these black people doing to become so successful and financially prosperous, which translated to how did all these uppity niggas get the money in the first place? That's the real problem.
Not wrong.
Because so how... Look, it's very easy to explain how the people in Tulsa were doing good for themselves, because after everything was still segregated, because it still was segregated in Tulsa, the black dollar was staying in the black community, which meant the black community had a class system no different than the rest of America. There was a lower class black person in Tulsa, a middle class black, and an upper class. They had their own banks. That's because the dollar was circulating. And you know why Tulsa burned that shit down? Because when you burned it down, now the black community no longer had a community to keep funding. So now all of that money was gone from the community. So Tulsa did exactly what they wanted it to do. So I don't understand what the whole point of saying we need to talk about all the history, because we talk about all the history of Tulsa, it's going to make it even fucking worse. But sure, let's talk about all the history. Like, critical race theory is not something that people are trying to do to make white people feel guilty. Like, that is lazy, and that is fear mongering. Critical race theory is no different than it's probably going to be a bad analogy, but it's the only one I can think of. Critical race theory is like the analytics of history. Analytics in basketball tell a story. It doesn't tell the whole damn story. Like, analytically speaking, Caruso's a better Laker than Westbrook. He has better plus minus. No, but none of us are going to say Caruso's a better player than Westbrook. You know why? Because we have the whole picture, not just analytics. Critical race theory is just showing how there's institutional racism in the systems that have been set forth. It doesn't mean that all white people are racist. There's no part of critical race theory that says all white people are bad. It's just saying that these are systems, whether white people are racist or not, that they have privilege upon. That's it. If you don't want to believe in analytics, fine. Analytics are numbers. Critical race theory in many ways is numbers. You can generally dictate a kid's future based on his race and his zip code. Those are numbers. That's not me saying white people are bad. And if you feel like critical race theory makes your whiteness evil, I'm sorry your whiteness is so fragile. And if you need to put this figurehead cooning ass lieutenant governor that we have out in front to say exactly what you feel, then I'm glad y'all did y'all's job and y'all elected this cooning ass chick. And you know, I don't know her. She might actually believe the stuff she says. But you know what? It's some cooning ass shit. And I'm glad y'all got your figurehead. But don't you think for a second that you're gonna put her out there and all of a sudden you're gonna change the black people's mind? And black people and woke people, stop trying to convince these racist people or these people who are okay with racism that racism exists. They don't want to hear it. This idea of trying to unify America, the shit's done. We're divided. And the more we try to unify it, the more we're just sounding stupid on both sides. I'm out here trying to convince some racist ass person that racism doesn't exist. And this racist ass person is out here trying to find any black person to say whatever they want to say to convince me that I'm just a dumb black person and this black person gets it. It's stupid. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Politics are dumb. The end.
Thank you for building the intro for me. You always make my life so much easier than it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you twice, because that is exactly it. And thank you for making the intro for me. That was amazing.
Well, all right. I mean, clearly, yeah, man. I mean, you hit it.
They always have to have a Ben Carson, man.
It's
Ben Carson's the template.
Man. Critical race theory is analytics, man. That's all it is. It's all it is. It's part of the story.
Maybe I can hand clap.
I mean, but here's the crazy part, right? The crazy part is what you just said, how you explained it. Honestly, anybody can understand that. But the problem is some people would rather listen to all the other words and non-simple things to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, when you don't understand. You made it as simple as possible.
Well, I also use the Lakers analogy with Caruso because look, let's be honest. The Lakers, there's a lot of white Lakers fans love Caruso. You know why? Because he was a white guy with a headband doing good things.
And he's dunking.
Yeah, and he's dunking. So what they do is they look at the analytics, which say his plus minus on the floor was better than Westbrook's is right now. So now they have gone out on a stretch to say, oh, Caruso's a better player than Westbrook, which is, no, that shit's stupid. He's not. He might be a better team guy. He might be a better fit, but it's analytics. It's lazy. If you're just going to use analytics, it's lazy. If you're just going to use like your eyes, it's lazy. You have to use all of the things to tell the story. Critical race theory does not tell the whole story of black people's plight in this country.
No,
but you know what? This Eurocentric history where we try to make it seem like slavery was just, some low-class workers that white people brought over here from Africa, that shit ain't working either.
I just could imagine us on NPR and just, yeah, that's funny.
Oh man, like this is wow. How do we not ever talk about this in this detail before? Did it take this to just?
Well, yeah, she said all the right. She said all the right things. She said all. I mean, we could have probably done it with Condoleezza Rice. We could have probably done it with her, but I mean,
or at least she wasn't so aggressive about it. I'll give her credit. She wasn't aggressive about it.
But again, she never was. She never was. She was always subtle. But that is not today's Republican. It's not about that. It's about being right up in your face.
Yeah.
Peeling away your skin. This is right. I mean, I'm just saying, man. I mean, she said everything that she was supposed to say.
She had her checklist. She had her master's checklist, and she was like, yep, I insulted Biden. And she was just going straight down the checklist. Insulted Biden, attacked critical race theory. Just kept going.
I'm vaccinated, but I'm not going to tell nobody. So, well, all right. And Moby, David Clark completely agrees with you, and you're the man, apparently. So,
well, we already knew that. First round pick. You tell David Clark this dude is the franchise, man. Keep telling him, man.
He does say stop dissing Westbrook.
I wasn't dissing Westbrook.
I know.
I'm just saying, analytics hates Westbrook. If you ask any analytic person, analytics absolutely hate Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, it does. He's like a -10 or something. It's horrible. All right, so, that's done. Got that off my chest. I feel good now. So, where are we? I'm sorry, I've lost my. All right, my 5 this week. 5 best holiday movies. Moby, we're gonna start with Moby.
Best holiday movies.
I said holiday, so that means Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and all that other stuff. I'm just saying.
I can't even think of a Thanksgiving movie for real.
What?
I can't. I can't think of a Thanksgiving movie because even if a movie had take place in Thanksgiving, I feel like it always somehow bleeds into Christmas.
So is that you need time?
Oh no, easy. Die Hard.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I know you.
Whatever, man.
I know you
we'll
don't
not
want
get
it.
into it. We'll not get into it.
It is Die Hard. I'm a classic guy, so like the original Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know why. I'm just kind of a sucker for it. The original Frosty the Snowman one, where he's just I don't know why that one just does it for me. I'm such an old school guy with that, man. I don't like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I said it. I don't. And you know why I don't? Because they don't use that man. Like if you look at all these other Christmas movies, Rudolph ain't never in none of the other ones. So Rudolph just showed off at this one Christmas.
What you mean?
Was like, all right. What
you mean he's not in the other ones?
What other movie you seen Rudolph play prevalent roles in?
Baby New Year movie. The one
Nah.
You never seen that one?
Nah. No.
Dude, that's man, Happy New Year with the ears, bro. He had to put the hat on.
Are you gonna tell he says Frosty is the movie, it's a special man.
I'm gonna let you handle that.
F out of here, Dre. You know what it is. F out of here, man.
And Groundhog Day is not a Christmas movie. Whatever, man.
Well, you said holiday, so
it's not even a holiday movie. What, Groundhog Day? We're calling it. That's not a holiday.
Look, you didn't specify.
That's not a holiday.
Why? All right, some people might consider. You know, I'm not going to tell people what to consider a holiday movie.
I mean,
I do want to interject though. I did find a holiday movie. I mean, a Thanksgiving movie. I forgot all about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Ah, that was a good movie.
John Candy and Steve Martin. That was Thanksgiving. They were trying to get home for Thanksgiving. So yeah, that was one.
Oh, and okay, I'm sorry, I cut my list off. So, I hadn't even read that deep into the Rudolph thing, but
well, that's what I was saying about Happy New Year, because all this happened with Happy New Year.
All right, you got 2 more movies.
Yeah, Home Alone, mainly because my daughters like.
Yo,
they
have
like.
They seen the new one? Did they see the new one yet?
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying it's not. But my 5th one is a movie that people may not have seen because it's I think it came out last year or 2 years ago. I think it's on Netflix. It's called Claws. Good movie.
Who was in that?
You talking about the horror movie?
No. It's a movie called Claws, and basically they are creating the myth of how they're basically talking about how the myth of Santa Claus got created, and they basically go through all it's really brilliantly done. It starts off like Claus was just a guy working with one postal worker, and then it expanded. Like it's really well done. Just take my word. It's a good movie. I recently saw it and I was like, damn, this is like one of the best movies I've seen about Christmas, because it didn't try to sugarcoat it. It basically just was like, hey, this Santa myth is just a myth shit, and this is how it got created.
All right.
And my kids watched it and enjoyed it, and I was like, okay, so I guess y'all cool with Santa coming from a myth, like,
all right, AG.
Well, I'm glad Moby's what?
Hold on, AG.
Okay.
Moby, over under. How many of his holiday movies are going to be Hallmark movies?
I'm going to go with none.
I think he's going to throw one in there.
I'm going to say it's hard because, like, they're all the same movie, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to talk about one and not be talking about all
Hey,
of them.
he's Patrick Duffy.
And look, that's not an insult. Like Hallmark has figured out, hey, we got a formula. This shit works. And we just gonna keep this thing on rolling.
I'm sorry, AG. Go, you can go now. Don't take it off. Oh, okay. What are you doing there?
Something I forgot I need to remember. Okay, my 5. Actually, I got 6. So I got one honorable mention. The Santa Claus, Tim Allen. Trading Places.
I forgot my honorable mention.
Trading Places.
Yeah, I was gonna say Trading Places was gonna be my honorable mention.
Yeah. Die Hard, thank you, Moby, for legitimizing that, because that's a Christmas movie. Thank you.
Christmas movie, man.
Let's see. Oh, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Wonderful Life. And actually, it was a toss-up because I hate to make this an honorable mention, but Love Actually. So no, I did not have any Hallmark movies on my thing because of what Moby said. It's like all of them the same. I mean, I do have my favorites, but they're all the same film.
All right. So, my 5. So, you already said one of them.
Die Hard? Yeah.
No, definitely not.
No.
Shut up. Never.
No.
So I'm a big Frosty the Snowman guy. And I like the original. That new stuff is terrible.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown Christmas. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
It's a classic.
One year I had the little twig from the tree and put like a ball on it and it fell over. That was my Christmas tree. However, nobody came to my house and made it better though. It just looked like that. It was over the whole season. What else? You know, I get the Rudolph thing. I'm not against it. But I'm with you saying, hey, he didn't really show up anywhere else. But I'm with you. Now, I will say that... Nah, I'll leave that for I won't mention. What was the Ghosts of Christmas Past?
Oh, Scrooge? Or Scrooged? Or...
No. The movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, My 10 Ex-Girlfriends? Or
No. It's like the Ghost of Christmas or something. It's like he was about to get married on Christmas or something.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend started, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but that was a good movie.
Okay.
And you know, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not a big Christmas movie guy or a holiday movie guy.
Oh man, I forgot about the Polar Express. That was a good movie too.
Yeah,
I watch that every year.
Like honestly, if we would have did this in Halloween, I'm a big the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I'm a fan.
Why didn't you include it? That's a holiday movie. Remember, we didn't specify the holiday.
Well, yeah, but Groundhog Day is not a damn holiday. So I'll put that in there. Yeah, the Great Pumpkin. However, I know what's about to become one of my. It's not a movie. It's a miniseries. That Hawkeye miniseries is on fire. I'm a fan. And I think they're on 6 episodes, and we've already got 2, and it's the whole Christmas thing. I'm a fan. No one picked Independence Day.
You know what? Yeah, because I limited my holidays, man. Because if I would just go with any holiday, I would have put Sandlot up here because that's like a 4th of July movie. Because they got
I guess because it's the time of year, I just assumed we were talking about winter holidays.
You know, and if this fool keeps talking about Peanuts movies are holiday specials, me and him go fight.
It's okay, Dre special. So
yeah, yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a big holiday movie guy, but my heart does like some movies. So yeah, definitely not any Hallmark movies, man. Can't.
Man, the Hallmark movies it's a great formula, man, and you can get stuck watching those movies, man.
You can't, as much as I hate them.
Yeah,
it's
so I don't want nobody to sit up here and be trying to insult those movies because, like, yo, if you stuck and that movie's on and you like 20 minutes into the movie, you'll be invested. You'll be like, look, I know what's gonna happen,
But you still got to see it.
but I'm still
And
gonna
20
watch
minutes
it.
goes by so slow.
It does.
It's like before you realize you've watched like half the damn movie, and it's like, man,
That's awesome, man. See, because you got to figure out the dad / son daughter issues that made the son daughter leave, and then the girlfriend boyfriend that got left behind, and you know they got to go back to the town, but they don't want to because they don't.
Why does Hallmark hate big cities, man? Because all those
Because
movies
all the
involve
real,
a small town.
all the real love happens in the small town, man. You can't get no real love in a big city.
See, but that's the thing. It's always somebody that went to the big city that's got to come back to find love, because apparently the big city has poisoned them.
but the other thing is,
they left because they love won't right. They love won't right, so they went. They had to keep their heart cold.
We
Nah,
really
man.
analyze Hallmark movies.
yeah, y'all fools are doing that.
You
But
talking
nah.
too? Don't act like you won't talk.
No, I was gonna basically say that the reason why they do small towns is because small towns, small sets saves them money. If they do a big city, you gotta get too many damn permits.
That's not true.
However-
You're filming in Canada, bro. That's not true.
Yeah, they never go to Toronto.
It's British Columbia most of the time.
Nah, they go to a place that has like 1,000 people and say, "Yo, here's $500 American. Can we film here?" Yes,
goodness.
and that's what it is. I'm just saying. I'm not hating. I'm being. Oh God, Passion of the Christ, stop it.
That was hardcore for me, man. I can't watch
I
that
can't.
again. Watch that.
I
again.
can't
Holy
watch
cow.
that.
Yo, man. Got to come back home, man.
Definitely not.
Repair your relationship with your mama and your daddy, even though it's their fault.
I mean, you left the town, then come back because you came back for the girl you couldn't have. I ain't got time.
That's not true.
that's
Usually
how-
the girl
that's how-
wanted him to start with, or the guy wanted her to start with. Don't even worry about that.
F
And
Hallmark.
there's always so much snow.
Yeah.
So much snow.
We don't get that much snow in Virginia. I see more snow in a 2-hour Hallmark movie than I get in Virginia.
It ain't never a flurry.
No.
It ain't never just like a
Blah.
few flakes. It's like the whole town is covered with 2 feet of snow.
But it's giving you that Norman Rockwell, man.
And nobody drives.
It's a small
Everybody
town.
walks everywhere.
It's a small town, man.
And there's always some festival. There's always a festival
Yeah.
Small
going
town,
on.
man.
And they ain't no fat people, so it's unrealistic.
Because all their food is handmade, baby.
I'm actually gonna go Ruben on that too, because like if you've been to a small town,
Well,
there's a
usually
whole bunch of fat people.
Now, usually they have one because this is always one like a store owner.
I'm about to say, but that don't count because that person's just old and happens to be a store owner. That
Yeah.
But you said no fat people though.
Man,
you're
come
right,
on, bro.
They do have their token fat guy.
They do. They really
Or
do.
woman.
And see, that's what's gonna come up in my what's on my mind, because I've noticed this the last like 3 or 4 years, and I said something to Lauren, and she was like, "Please don't say that in public," but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well, AG, since we're there, what's on your mind?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, and I know I'm going to offend all the women in the world that listen to this, but have y'all noticed that the women in these Hallmark movies have gotten less attractive? And when I say less attractive and talking about women in Hallmark movies, I mean the star of the Hallmark movies. Have you noticed that the level of cuteness has been reduced? Because when I started watching this, it was on, like, the first one I watched for real was actually on Netflix, and it was Jen McCarthy. And so that's what I was used to, because really when I was like watching him in passing, Valerie Bertinelli, your standard MILF, really. And then, like I said before, I was watching it they were having a commercial for one of their movies, and I was like, girl, have you noticed that these women are a lot less attractive than they were 10 years ago? And she thought about it after she was like pearl clutching, and she's like, you know what, you're not wrong. And that's what's on my mind. And it's really not, it's like what's on my mind and a question to y'all. Have y'all noticed this?
Let's unpack this.
Oh my God. This is worse. We're about to unpack Hallmark movies on the show.
Let's unpack this.
Okay.
Many people would argue that your statement is not correct, because what's happening is they're being more conscientious of having realistic portrayals of women on film.
And I did
As
say that.
opposed
I
to-
did say that.
But I mean, part of the reason I'm going to say like you've noticed it is because the disparity always existed in successful sitcoms in these movies. It was all, well, in Hallmark movies is different because the guys are always pretty stereotypical attractive males. But like the hallmark of sitcoms has always been some fat dude or some dude that really isn't that attractive somehow being with some woman that everybody knows he would never be able to land in real life. That's pretty much been the standard.
Right.
So now they're like, I guess they're trying to, the only way you can get a seesaw to get back balanced is to push really hard in the other direction. So now they're just like, all right, we still gonna keep the stereotypical sexy guys in this movie, but now we're going to scale back on having the supermodel MILF be the star of the attraction because now it becomes more relatable. And some people would say that's progress. I mean,
I believe it. I believe it is. And if you look at it like being, like you said, and like I said to Lauren, I was like, are they trying to be more inclusive? I got to believe yes. Because these women, are
they being more inclusive?
No,
or are they just like scaling back on the, the super hot chick being the star of the movie every movie?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I don't really know. I don't know. All I know is the female star of a lot of these movies in the last couple 3 years, they're not as attractive as I'm used to. Actually, the one really attractive woman that's still working on a regular basis is Winnie from the first iteration of the Wonder Years, the original Wonder Years. She still works in a lot of these films, and she's actually the most attractive woman that's a regular. Yeah, thank you. She's the most attractive woman that's a regular other than Candace Cameron Bure.
So here's what it is. I think this is what it is. First of all, we've lost half our listeners for this. So we're gonna make this gonna be decent.
I'm so sorry.
If I gotta go all in, I gotta go all in. It's just whatever. It's not that. I think what it is, because I went and looked at the Hallmark website. What it is, there are a whole lot less women with blonde hair. So your stereotypical attractive Caucasian woman has blonde hair.
Did you just equate attractiveness with blondness?
That's
Hear
the
me
thing.
out.
That's the
Hear
thing.
me out. That's the thing. That is a thing.
That's the thing, man. I'm a brunette guy, but yeah, that's the thing.
That's not my thing, but it is a thing. It is more your next door type girl. It is more different color hairstyles. It's a lot of that. However, what they have not done is they have not lessened how the male looks.
That's what I stated.
Yeah. If anything, what they've done, they've made it so the women are going for males who are theoretically less attainable in real life than they are now. And then those males have gone through some sort of change between when they met them before and they met them now.
I agree with that. I will.
So it's one of those things. They've actually flipped it, because back in the day, you did have to have a lot of blonde women, and honestly, I'm not Caucasian, so I don't know. But from what I understand, what I hear, a lot of the Caucasian men like blonde women. So blonde is, what blonde is better and all this other stuff. They used to have a lot of blonde women, but now they've gone to a lot of redheads. They've gone to a lot of brunettes, and they've even gone to there are even more black shows now. So yes, some inclusiveness has happened, but more importantly, they're trying to relate it more to the common person, aka the common woman, because they don't care about us. They don't care about dudes watching this. It's all about the women watching this. So they have to get women who the women who are watching it can relate to. And if you have red hair and all you see is blonde women on TV, you can't relate to that. Therefore, you will lose your attention. Therefore, you will probably not watch it. However, it's all about, hey, that looks like me. And that's what Hallmark has done very well for their base, which is women. Because they want women to watch this. Because if they watch it, then they're watching it. And every once in a while, you get somebody like, AG maybe watching it. And maybe we might slip and fall on a banana peel. We might watch it. But more importantly, their customer base is regular women who are
so
not.
So basically, they Tyler Perry in that thing. They
Yes.
basically just like, we know who our audience is.
And that's what KB Yako just said.
I just read that.
Yes,
I
that's pretty
appreciate
much
y'all
what they're
because
doing.
y'all got some good points, man. Only thing I said, like I said before, I just had noticed and it came to a head like last night. I was thinking about this and I was like, these women aren't as attractive as I'm used to.
Well, and I disagree on that statement. They are attractive. They're just not supermodel attractive.
Well, I don't think any of
what you're
them.
used to.
I don't think any of them were supermodel attractive. But I am saying
I
there was.
disagree.
All I'm saying for me, there was a level of attractiveness 10 years ago that's not there now. Not on a regular basis.
Well, because those women grew up in your time era, and you remember them when they were children, such as your Valerie Bertinelli's. I mean, you discovered her on one day at a time when she was like 17, and you pretty much watched her grow up, and she grew up to be a very attractive older woman, just as you grew up and got older too. So that bond, that television bond, is still there. Now you're seeing a whole bunch of women that you've probably never seen before, and you really have no attachment to. So it's one of those things where it's not the fact that they're not pretty, it's you don't have the built-in attractiveness already, because when you saw Valerie Bertinelli when she was 17 on One Day at a Time, you were just like, yo, she's probably hot.
No,
You're probably like,
she didn't get attracted until much later. But
but you knew her as a kid.
What's happening? What the hell is happening right now?
Y'all did this. I didn't do this shit.
We went from talking about critical race theory and in serious issue to analyzing the attractiveness of Hallmark movie.
That was him.
No, but you're answering it very well, which the last part I don't agree with, but it's still a really good response. So yes, you did.
I mean, somebody had to.
But no, I don't agree with that, because because I've been watching Hallmark even on my own for a lot of years, and I've seen different women come and go. I did notice there was a time where the hottest women were getting their own characters and their own shows, but the women that were in these one-off movies were still very attractive. Just like y'all were talking about the men, they're always studs. And so I'm like, but I have noticed that there are different body types. There are different levels of cute. Even to I'm just saying, it's just the only thing I haven't seen, and you'll have to tell me if I'm wrong, somebody have to tell me, but I haven't seen a big girl yet. I haven't seen the hot
you're
big
not going
girl.
to.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
It's coming.
It's got to.
They
gonna find the right one.
They're gonna slide it in gently. She might not be like super big, but she's gonna be plus size model big, and then they're gonna see how that works. Or they're gonna have to get somebody who's just super likable, charming, cute, big, and make it work. But it's coming. It's coming.
And I mean, I have to say this: Moco Cowboy for the win. Can you blame AG when Boo loves the baseline? I mean, the women got to be hot.
Well, no. Well, that's complicated, because yes, the baseline for me is got to be hot because that's my personal thing. But what I'm saying is, as a viewer of TV, usually the leads are the best looking. The phenomenon that I have noticed is, like y'all said, the men are still studs. They all like 6 foot something. They look a certain way, their bodies are a certain way, whatever. But I have noticed that the level of hotness on the women's side is not as high as it was. And I think that's a good thing, because I see all types of women now, where you have like a little woman that's really petite. She doesn't have to be like, 5'6" and, with bumps all over her body. It doesn't have to be that anymore. I just noticed that, and I was wondering if that was a thing. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, to me, I just think that they've gone for girl next door, woman next door type deal,
that.
And they've gone to not overly attractive, not physically. I mean, they ain't got a lot of women with big boobs and booty. They just don't.
No.
Most of the women up there are just some woman that you would walk and see down the street, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No, like I said, I did notice it because that's not what Hallmark was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but they've adjusted because they've adjusted to what life is and what things are today, and I think that's smart on their part because if a person who's watching it have a better chance of relating to it, they'll be more inclined to watch more of it.
True.
Which brings up their ratings, which brings up the ability for them to sell ads and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I get it.
So I'm mad at that.
Me neither. Me neither.
Let's see here. That's it. I don't know.
Man, they can't let that humping dog thing go, man.
They gotta let it go.
Because every time you put up the technical difficulties today, that's what they talk about.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, Mo B, what's on your mind?
I'm getting old, man, and I'm realizing that.
Trey's just talking about getting old.
Yeah, I mean he's been old, but I'm getting old, man, and I'm realizing that my likes and dislikes, things I look forward to, are changing. I'm already a Hobby Lobby addict, and I couldn't wait to put up Christmas decorations, and I ain't thought about the New Year's Eve party not once, and it's almost December.
It's not like you're going to one anyway.
I know, that's the point. I'm not even thinking about it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking forward to getting some eggnog with some liquor in it, and
wait a minute, that would be that's any age, isn't it?
You know what? Nah, man, because back in the day, like, I ain't really dig with eggnog like that. Like, look, if you're trying to get drunk, don't cute it up with some eggnog. Just get some liquor, baby. Let's party.
Okay, I see that.
But
let's get some liquor, baby.
Man, if you
things that R. Kelly said.
Really, man? Really? That was so jacked up.
That's Ruben for the win.
It really was. Can't say you really won anything, but yeah, that is Ruben.
I don't know if you won, but yeah.
It's definitely Ruben.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, I'm getting old, man, and I'm appreciating the things that come with getting old, like watching my kids do stupid stuff and find joy from it. No, I mean, come on, man. If you've ever watched what kids enjoy doing, like the things that they do while they're having fun, like a lot of it's just like random running around and hitting each other or rolling around. And I mean, look, I used to do it too, but I'm looking at them going, how the hell are y'all having so much fun doing all this nothing?
All this nothing. The same way you had fun doing all that nothing.
Yeah. So now, man, you know, what's on my mind is like, look, I'm embracing this getting old thing, and you know, it ain't that bad. Like, so that's it. I'm enjoying this getting old thing, and it ain't that bad. I'm sitting here with some Christmas decorations and a recliner with some books. Like, I'm damn near dead. That's what I'm damn near dead. So
if that's dead, you wait till you turn 50, bro.
Bro, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 50, man. I just don't know.
Well, you better find a way.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be hard to replace you on next show.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be here, but you know, we'll see. But that's it. That's all I got. Carry on, Ruben.
Oh, thanks. As you about to look like you're going to read a book.
He's so old. He's reading a book.
Why he's on live TV?
I know, right?
Internet TV.
And he's talking about my back scratcher. He just pulled out a novel, bro.
First of all, did you just say we were on TV, Ruben? You sound old, bro. We on the internet. We ain't on TV. You sound like my mom. That's what my mom said.
I was about to say, I just got that from your mom, yeah.
Hey, man, we're on the interwebs. Just saying.
The intranet.
About to be on the YouTubes. The YouTubes.
Oh, man.
What's on your mind, Ruben?
I mean, honestly, nothing, man. I mean, I express myself very well on the show, and I feel like every week is a cleansing of craziness that I have to get out of my system, you know. So, nah, man, I'm just I wish for that day that I wake up and you know what? I made it. I don't know when that day is gonna come, but I hope to get there. You know? So other than that, man, just try to do what I do, keep myself positive, keep it moving. I suggest everybody do the same, because without positivity, there is no growth. Without growth, there's no getting better. Without getting better, we're never going to be truly happy. And this dude just put on glasses like he reading a damn book on TV with his
TV again.
I know, right?
Yeah, with the TV thing, man.
Twitch is gonna sue you,
Be on
man.
Twitch.
He looked like he got a visor on, even though I know it's a hat.
Actually, if you put that robe on, it's gonna be over.
The robe's on the couch. I'm not putting that on. Now.
Well,
I do got my house shoes on that match the robe. So.
And with that note, I'd like to thank everybody for once again joining us on another episode of 5 Minute Warning. I like to thank those who are listening to us on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube. I like to thank those who are listening to the podcast afterwards. The YouTubes listen to us on the podcast afterwards. Hey, tell a friend. www.5minutewarning.com. You know, episode 107. Wow, I feel like things are getting slow now. After we got past 100, everything's moving real slow. Because I expect to be at like 150 by now. But hey, it is what it is. But look, I'm glad. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Christmas is a month away. So go ahead, buy all the unnecessary gifts for the people you care and you don't care about, so you can get those in return. And hey,
yes, because that's the real meaning of Christmas.
I didn't say that. You said that. The real meaning of Christmas.
hey, because you know, Ruben is a heathen, right?
I mean,
he doesn't really know the real meaning of Christmas.
Y'all go buy some shit and hope some people give you some nice shit in return. Merry
that's pretty much. Yeah. Hey man, baby Jesus, baby Jesus. But once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Once again, I'd like to thank Moby and AG for being here and going through this with me. And you know what? Next week we'll be back and try to do it even better. And we're gonna be on time. If y'all not on time, that's kind of a you problem. So that's right, I said it. So check us out. Peace, hair grease, and be good to somebody.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.